Day 9 at the estate. We are going to start by checking out our exterior room, as ever. I don't think the estate had birds like that in the demo. It's very cool. A little bit of wildlife. So now, what do we got today? We have shelter to hovel. Okay, so I have figured out what the issue with the shelter was. The issue with the shelter was that I did not go an hour in the future. So let's take a look again. I had the calendar written down. So day 1 was November 7th. So day 9 is November 15th. And we start at 8 a.m. Yeah, as long as it's 1 hour in the future, that's the part. So 9 a.m. is too close. Okay, so we only have 50 steps today. Yesterday we had 20 extra. It would have been a good day to do this, but we didn't draw the shelter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some steps that we didn't have when we did this to look at the clock, which you can see through the trees if you try hard enough. So that right there means we're coming up on 8:30. So what I'm going to do is I am literally going to stand here until it is 10 o'clock. And then I'm going to go downstairs and we're going to try to open that safe and see if the date is correct. So we're going to do the fade out, fade in thing, and I'll see you in a bit. All right, we're back. That looks like 10:10 to me. So let's head back to the bridge. And back down the shelter, and we'll see whether we are correct about the dates. We are. Aha! Yay. Seven. Dear Uncle, the disappearance of my cousin Mary has long sat unfavorably with me and my father, and I will freely admit to you that the chilly airs of indifference you may have felt in my presence can be attributed entirely to the suspicions that I have harbored for these past years. Suspicions entirely aimed at yourself. And while I have never had the opportunity to prove it, I felt very strongly that you had some deeper involvement in those events 6 years ago. The circulating rumors of those months did nothing but further reinforce my convictions in this fact. Those of us that are once bitten are twice shy, and I am aware of the cost of my aggressively aloof behavior has had on the social standing of our family. I do not apologize for my actions, though I am now willing to admit that the conclusions I reached may have been flawed. Last week I had a confidential conversation with one of our mutual acquaintances, a conversation that has shed more light on this mystery than all of my father's countless fruitless inquiries over the years. I now have reason to believe that you were in fact responsible for smuggling my cousin under cover of night across the red border to the southern seafront? And I believe this may have occurred in September, a full 7 months after she was reported missing, a date that coincides not with her public disappearance in February, but instead with the notable theft of the ruby crown. If the Blackwater insurgents were in fact responsible for the heist as some claimed, I believe this scenario entirely plausible, and the fact that 2 of the crown's 8 rubies have now surfaced have given me renewed optimism that she is still alive, safe, and finally free. Perhaps my willingness to accept such a sensational story betrays my own desperation for answers, desperation for hope, and desperation for a narrative in which you are not the villain. In that distant land we all dream of, the land where the strangling crimson curtains draped across our sky are pulled back and the windows and shutters of discontent flung wide open. In that distant land I pray one day to find our Marion safe, happy, and absolved. Signed, Courtney. When we open a safe, we get a ruby. But what is this business about the country not being free? I thought this was just England. Oh boy. Okay. But we got safe number 2. And the first 3 red rooms that we encounter are also not going to be activated. So I spent a little bit more steps today than I normally would doing this, but I think that was very much worth it. Let's not waste any further time. Let's get open doors. Storeroom, pantry, bedroom, and yes, I can use a gem to rotate a floor plan. Okay. Storeroom, no. Pantry is good. Bedroom is good. And if we're going to be passing back through here, yeah, let's do the bedroom. Oh, another gem. Good. We may be able to use the opportunity to see if we can rotate rooms. Den, parlor, observatory. Parlor sends us back into the middle. The observatory does too. Gems are still precious. I don't want to do this here. I'm okay with using the den here. Another gem. And closet, pantry, guest bedroom. Pantry would mean that we don't get into that corner, but we'd get some of our steps back. Ooh, we get a lot of steps back. It's an orange today. 5 extra steps. So yeah, it's as though we didn't go outside at all. Let's keep going in the direction we're going. Parlor, West Wing, hall, kitchen. Let's do the West Wing hall. There's that same scrap of paper. Nothing on the chair. Okay, to the side first. Spare room, closet, nursery. I'm okay with getting the closet here. Running shoes and a key. So that'll further help with our steps. Okay. Let's place a room here. Reading nook, spare room, garage. I kind of want to see what the reading nook does, because we're going to get a chance to get the library. Does it look any different? I don't think it does. No new decorations. Okay. There's the library. What does it do? Oh, it deadheads into the wall. Okay, for that, Aha, okay. I think that was very much worth it. We have the wrong kind of book for a library, but the coupon book. And we get to order another book for the future. So, drafting strategy we saw last time. The fixed stars we know we can see in the observatory. That's fine. The other four. Let's do... the pump system user manual is only going to be useful if we can manage to make that happen. Let's look at the Sightseer's Guide. I don't think I need to go upstairs and take a look at our stats or anything again. Ooh, vault? Where does that go? Let's do that, because this is a good place for a four-way room with two doors that are like that. Oh, there's the handle again. Broken lever. Okay. Okay. But I'd rather get the opportunity to try to do something about one of those doors. Let's head back to the den and start putting more rooms in the house. Oh, hello. Yeah, I'll do that. Aha, gem and the car keys. We might get the garage. We might. Guest bedroom, the foundation, does not reset each day. Office does not reset each day. Oh. Weird. Great. Big ol' hole. With an elevator, if we could figure out a way to get that elevator down. A few dig spots. Can we actually get up to this? Oh, yeah, that looks like stairs. Yes, we can. Okay. So that's given us a door back to the entrance hall. Okay. Parlor, spare room, secret passage. I would like some keys, please. Or pardon me, some gems. It's the other thing that's the keys. It's the billiard room. So coin purse. So we're going to pick up extra cash today. Not the thing I wanted. Okay. Wind up key. The gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter B. The blue box is true. The gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter U. Okay. So this box has a B as in box and is in B, but no letter U. This box has two B's and two U's in it. This box has a B and a U. Okay. So let's try this. If this statement is true, then this statement is also true, and the gems are in a box with a B. That's two true statements. This statement would be false. So the gems would be in a box that has a B but not a U. That's the blue box. What if the statement is false? Then that's telling us that this statement is false, and this statement would have to be true. The gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter U. But that's ambiguous. Oh, wait a minute. No, the gems are in a box. No, this is how we start. The gems have to be in a box with a statement containing the letter B, because they all do. That's where the paradox of that other thing is. So this must be true, which means this is true, which means this is false, which means it's in the one box that doesn't have a U, which is the blue box. Okay, so many keys. Why do I keep doing that? So many gems, not many keys. Let's keep going to the side here. Storeroom, corridor, observatory. Storeroom. Coin, key, gemstone. No extra stuff. Not that I can see anyway. So many surfaces where they could put something. Okay, so that's that cut off. We go back to the entrance hall. Down the stairs. Up the blank. Entrance hall. 29 steps we're at right now, so commissary. We put in an order for the dark room. Or for the magnifying glass. Wow, I can't talk today, and we can get a magnifying glass for 4. Absolutely. Oh, coupon book, right, we get a discount. So it only costs us 3. Thank goodness. Now we just need the dark room. And if we do it quickly enough, it'll be one of the 3 sheltered rooms. Hallway, guest bedroom, corridor. Guest bedroom would give us 10. It would cut off that end. But we could now start heading back towards the weight room and start exploring the rest of the house. Let's do that. Guest bedroom. And the compass is here again. Feels like the compass has found a permanent home in this room. Okay, so now let's look at the map. We've cut all that off. So the only way out is the weight room. So I'll go there through the bedroom. See you in a bit. Okay, we didn't do security to be able to do something about that. But hey, there's still time, maybe something will happen. It would be nice to get the garage because we have the car keys. Look at all this stuff we picked up. Locked. Ooh-hoo. What about you? Open. Chapel, drawing room, observatory. Drawing room's not bad. We can fill in some space behind us. Looking at all the tables on the side. Don't see anything we pick up in this room. So let's go back. Locked. Wow. Okay. That one's open though. Spare room, dining room, kitchen. Dining room's not bad. Yeah, because we're getting close to rank 8. Oh, gem on the table. And if the door next to us opens, this door, then the electronic door in the weight room doesn't do anything. Let's see. Yes. Hallway. So that takes care of that door. See if we can go north. Locked. We didn't try the other door in the dining room. Let's give that a go. Locked. Okay, use a key. One of our precious, precious keys. Corridor, kitchen, pool. Let's do the kitchen just so that we can spread out to that side. We don't really have money to buy something in the kitchen. Got 2. Which is enough for a banana. What do we got? 5 steps for every red room in your house. And the stuffed wild quail is if you have a trophy room. Haven't seen that one yet. Let's hold off. Try this door. It's open. Gymnasium, lavatory, walk-in closet. 4 items. Let's do the walk-in closet. Gem, rabbit's foot, gem, and the lockpick, which may help with our door problem. So now this is cut off. Let's try going back to the drawing room. With a hallway. Let's go to the drawing room first because we can hit the weight room as well and just do that as a tour. So through the dining room straight across into the drawing room, and there's that door that we're going to try. Try the lockpick. Nope, can't do it. So I'm still not going to. In the weight room, this door was locked. Oh, running shoes kicked in. Lockpick. No. Some days it works and some days it just doesn't. One more thing, let's try the hallway. Lockpick. That one works. Let's not the nursery. We want to keep it going. Chapel would be the second room that gets neutralized by the shelter. Would give us 2 openings. Let's try going sideways. Check it with a lockpick. Nope. Exit. That opens though. Utility closet, pool, rumpus room. We have not seen the rumpus room. And it would trigger the dining room. So would anything, actually. There we go. We haven't seen the new rumpus room because they moved the game cabinet out of here. So who knows what else they might have changed. So we get money and we get a little bit of interest. There's Alzara. Bishop standing in the middle of the room. They replaced the video game with a very cool water cooler. Okay. Hi, Alzara. Haven't seen you in a while. What have you got to say for yourself? Probably the same as you did in the demo. Okay. So that's about the same as it was. Let's try this door. I suspect it will be locked. Yep. Try locking, lockpicking it. No. Exit. So where do we want to spend the key? Because my real goal here is very much to get the dark room. And I don't think that can occur on the edge of the house. So the door I really want to open is the drawing room door. So let's go through the hallway into the dining room. Let's get those extra steps. Have dinner, because I don't see the trophy room happening. And then we are going to go to the drawing room door. And we're going to pray that we get the keys or we get pickable doors. Use the last key. Corridor doesn't work. Gymnasium would be the third room. That's bad. Passageway would let us go. Or we can redraw once. Let's redraw. Billiard room. And rotate that room. Perfect. Oh, orange. In case we're not full from the quail. We're up to 42 steps. Great. Let's quickly knock out this. 3 is 3. 20 divided by 10 is 2. 14 plus 16 is 30. 30 divided by 5 is 6. 1 plus 19 is 20. 20 minus 6 is 14. 14 times 2 is 28. Divided by 7 is 4. Silver key. Not entirely what I wanted. Would have loved to just get 2 ordinary keys. But I am not going to turn my nose up at it either. Okay, come on, game. Yes. I don't care what orientation it's in. I mean, let's rotate that floor plan to make it better. But we did it. Thank freaking goodness we did it. The lights are on. It gives us a gem. And now, at long last, we can look at that. 1128. Simon has seen the code to open the gate to the orchard. There is something else in this room to look at. I think one of these over here. Yeah. Green memos found in Hartley's room are always false. So that was the green thing we saw on the ironing board in the servants' quarters, which is actually the room that's right back here. This is the dining room, and that's the servants' quarters. Okay. So we want to make sure we can get back outside. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 modulo the sneakers. This might not take us long because I don't have any keys, and if any of these doors are locked and cannot be picked. Security. Sure. Oh, a vault key. Now I wish I'd taken the vault. Okay. Anything else? I mean, I will do the keycard system. I don't know how much. Set security level to low because we don't have. Change offline mode to unlocked. Confirm setting. Back. Turn to security menu. View the inventory. Yep, I've been good about taking everything. Okay, so now let's see if we can't fill in some more rooms. Furnace, observatory, laundry room. We have not seen the laundry room. It would be the first. Shop that is not the commissary or the kitchen. That's a coat hanger. I don't think we can take that. That's a key card. Okay, so we have something to do back there. Spin cycle. The service costs 5 coins and will exchange all of your gems with money. Wash and dry. Fluff and fold. It would give me 2 keys. But it's good to know that this is here. Let's exit. Maybe we can get more money somewhere? By the way, keycard system, security level, high, because now we can open all those doors conventionally. So we kind of want to see those doors. So we can go north from the dark room and from security. Lockpit. Yes. Conference room, furnace, boiler room. I mean, the boiler room would give us 2 opportunities to make something there happen. Yeah, let's do that. So we know that either the pump room would not happen because we didn't put the pool in. But the laboratory does something next to the boiler room. We might actually get 2 big things done. Spare room, gymnasium, archives. The archives would be a kind of a problem. As long as we don't go below 10 steps, we'd be okay with the gymnasium. Let's place the room. And look at this door, which we need to do that in order to open it. That opens. Corridor, planetarium, locksmith. Let's do some shops. Locksmith. We're not going to get the nice synergy with the boiler room today, but we do have 12 coins. The lockpick kit we bought, 12 gets us 3 keys. Much as I'd love to get a special key, if I do that, it's all I can do. And this is a better deal than the laundry room because it gets me 3 keys, not 2. Let's do that. Oh, I have 1 coin left because of the coupon book. Fine. Okay. Exit. Okay. Gymnasium. We actually lose a couple steps. I mean, lockpick kit? No. It would be silly to use the special keys here, because that puts a room with lots of doors in it. No, can't happen. So let's use one of the keys. Coat check, Courtyard Nursery. Yeah, the coat check. What do we have? Look at all this stuff. The vault key, the car keys. The car keys come up fairly often. The vault keys are rare, and they're all different numbers. Yeah, let's check the vault key. Vault key number 149. Okay, so let me write that down. Coat check, vault key. Okay, because I keep forgetting what I have checked. All right, we got steps and we got keys. Let's cut across to the weight room. We lose 2 steps there. Oh, we've gone the wrong way. Which means we just are going to lose 2 more steps, aren't we? Oh, no, we're not going the wrong way. We can't cut across. It's a door in the gymnasium, and it's not a door on the other side. So security, dark room. Okay. Good, it did not trigger. Security, dark room. See you in a bit. Okay, we're here. And I'm very aware of the fact that we've got only limited steps to get out of the house, because I do want to do the orchard today. But if we can put a room in, let's do that. Let's use the silver key. When else are we going to use it, really? Aquarium, conference room, terrace. Terrace does not have multiple sides. Conference room and aquarium. Let's do the conference room just because it does let us go in the direction that we want to go in. Nothing on this table. Nothing on that. Nothing here. Okay, 24. That opened. Corridor's always unlocked. Mailroom. Yeah. Let's get ourselves a package for the next day. Order placed. Battery pack. That's kind of a shame. How far away's the coat check? Yeah, no. I think we're just going to end the day with a battery pack in our pocket. Okay. I'm not going back around to do the rumpus room. I want to get out. So let's go to the front entrance. Corridor, conference room, rate room. See you in a bit. Okay, we're at the front entrance. So let's head out this way. We got lots of steps. I'm not convinced we would have been able to do opening a door in the rumpus room as well. There's the gate. And so this tree has been chopped down, so we can't see that the number carved into it is 1, 1, 2, 8. The apple orchard has been permanently unlocked and added to your estate. Starting tomorrow, you will start each new day with an extra 20 steps. And it shows the gem cavern as well in that image. But there's more than that in here. There's this. Which is the fourth of these. Okay. Okay. There's that. There's also stuff in here. Specifically that book. Gardener's Logbook. When I first came on the estate in the capacity of the new groundskeeper, I was a little dismayed to find that my predecessor had kept no notes, no logbook, and no record of any kind regarding the various gardens and green rooms of the house under his care. As a result of this improvidence, the first few months of my post, I suffered a number of embarrassing professional blunders that I believe could have been avoided, with even a few scraps of imparting wisdom from the grievous groundsman. Yeah, Danny Ravane was too busy trying to find room 46. To that end, I will make an effort to make some record of my dealings on the estate, inasmuch as it pertains to horticulture and general tomfoolery. Signed, Robert Nogula, groundskeeper. Among my many commissioned duties, I've been tasked with the conservation and oversight of Mount Holly's alluring grounds. My domain stretches from gate to gate and encompasses the apple orchard, entrance drive, and east yard. Fortunately for my workload, the maintenance of the west grounds has not been a priority since Lady Epson's death and the ensuing closure of the west wing. Nevertheless, I take some pride in my work, so I still endeavor to brush the west path weekly, even if none but myself take notice. In addition to maintaining the grounds, there are 8 green rooms within the house that require some level of upkeep and light groundskeeping. The majority of these I discovered are only draftable on the perimeter of the house along the east and west wings. The terrace, patio, veranda, morning room, greenhouse, and secret garden all fall within this category. One of the first tasks I undertook as groundskeeper was to conduct a survey of the various plots of soil underneath each slot on both the east and west wings of the house, and while I would have preferred a full survey of all 45 plots, it was clear that the inconvenience such an undertaking would produce was in no way worth the extra data, especially considering the rooms that would benefit from the survey only ever appear in the wings. To quantify soil quantity, I measured the soil's capacity to support crop growth and maximize the promise of high yields. The survey ended up taking 2 weeks due to some difficulty reaching the higher ranks, but the project was well worth the effort. As suspected, the room position has a direct relationship to the amount of fruit spread from gardens and the amount of flowers that can bloom in a greenhouse. Do I care about the flowers in the greenhouse? So we have this to say, where do you want something to go and where don't you? Smudge pots. A few years ago, the Baron made the long overdue decision to switch from gas lighting to electrical power. The installation of the new system was a substantial undertaking, as almost every room in the house had to be equipped with new fixtures and wiring. Thankfully, these renovations did not extend beyond the mansion's interior, and all the lamps and equipment outside of the house are still connected and powered by gas line, including but not limited to the orchard smudge pots. The smudge pots found among the apple trees here in the orchard are a critical necessity thanks to the cold temperatures and high altitude of the estate. These gas-burning stack heaters prevent frost and should be kept on during the winter months to ensure a daily yield of apples. When the smudge pots are not in use, the orchard's gas line should be turned off to conserve resources for the estate's other gas-powered machinery and appliances. After a few months of idleness, I have a new cause to champion, and I have submitted a request for a change of scenery. Specifically, I would like to replace the statue of Orinda currently in the cloister with the much more appropriate angle Rinna. After all, as beautiful as the statue is, shouldn't the greenery of Mount Holly be governed by the paragon of gardening? Though amused, I do not think that Anne took the request too seriously, though she did humor me and listen to me rave and pontificate on the subject for the better part of our lunch yesterday. And she wonders why I avoid tending the cloister. Truth be told, I've forgotten how to access the inner garth, and am too scared of chastisement to probe for particulars a third time. My best rendition, pretty good considering I've only ever seen Rinna's depiction in the chapel. Okay. That's it. I mean, I don't think. But after all, I clearly have something I want to go do, and I have 14 steps with which to make that happen. So I wanted to open that orchard even more badly than I actually knew I did. What is that elevator? Where is that elevator? It's here. There we go. Elevator with 4 buttons. Or something. It's open to the outside, it looks like. At least somewhat. That's a passageway. The precipice. Scripps and Rudford Mining Company, Excavation Department, Foreman's Log 3, from 1915. Foreman's Log 3. As our client Thomas Sinclair, I don't think it's Tomas, as our client Thomas Sinclair suspected, the arches that were visible from the south cliff were part of a much longer arcade carved into the rock face. Last week, when our crew first arrived, only 2 supporting pillars were visible, but after only a few days of clearing vines, moss, and dirt, we have uncovered a dozen more. Our exploration so far has been limited and entirely superficial, as every shaft we have surveyed has ended abruptly, and every promising path leading deeper into the mountain has been blocked by tunnels packed tight with soil, rock, and debris. The site is either much older than we'd first assumed, or someone deliberately had these chambers buried. I cannot have a mining helmet. I cannot have a lantern. Chess bow. A very weird 9x5 chessboard. With one of each kind of chess piece. Oh. So this is either a situation where it's, you need to tell me where each of these pieces is supposed to go, or possibly all of those chess pieces that we've noticed in the rooms. If I can place these chess pieces where they actually are in the house, something might happen. Like we did the rumpus room here. And it has a bishop in the floor. We put the bedroom here, which has a pawn in it. There's a rook in the house because we placed the nook, but off the top of my head, I don't know where. But it's going to let me look. It's on the 4th rank, A. But I don't think we placed a knight. Aha! We're doing it right. That's what we need to do. So if we can build a house that uses each of these chess pieces at least once, and we can place them successfully on the board, something else will happen. Okay. Thank goodness that this long corridor is not eating up all of our steps. That door is closed. This way is blocked. Foreman's copy, do not remove from sight. Realm and something or other. Sigils of the Past and Present by Professor R. Willard. Introduction? Something of the first era found, either of a natural resulting from the creations of were accustomed to record various signs with the aid of. They did this in order that the of their realm might not be misunderstood by strangers. Historically speaking, sigils are not a new tradition. They've been found in every era and every culture and predate both written text and heraldic arts. However, today when we use the term sigil, we're referring specifically to realm sigils. Those crude circular marks of designation found on royal artifacts, buildings, and older documents. This book was written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs and to clearly display the correlation between each sigil and the iconography of the realm's royal art. How is the image of a leafless burning tree seen in geometric lines, and what does that tell us of the kingdom's history? Each line, each circle, and each variation tells a story of the land. Even the adorned borders around the sigils have special meaning. To understand a realm sigil, we must first dismantle the symbol and identify the individual elements that make up the whole. Each sigil is composed of 4 things: a core, dividing lines, moats, and a border. The core. These were on the flag. At the center of each sigil is a unique shape, different for each realm. If the core gives us a name, then the rest of the sigil tells us the history behind that name. Still, it is important to be able to identify and distinguish the core as a first step in deciphering any sigil, as all the other parts are meaningless if we don't first know the place we are describing. Several examples, blah blah, from well-known K blah blah. Orinda, F-E-E-R-C-O and A-R. So, where I wrote down what we know about those flags, the mountain is AR something. The V shape is CO something. The angular hourglass shape is ER something. The pentagon is FE something. And that shape is Orinda, most likely. Okay. The rays, forth from the core, will come ding line, splitting the sigil. From one sigil to another, the can differ in number, style, and. The differences in these immediately reveal several things. Realm. Counting the sigil will transportation. Were they on ships or have employed expanse of? Ship routes. 8 rays on these, the directions, compass rows. Carriages of trails, another 4 rays, however. A's be confused, horse galloping. Locomotive rays here are used in fine. Wavy lines are used to indicate extreme heat. Scorched air and blazing sun otherwise cause the straight lines to appear shimmering. A rainy realm is indicated with rays of 3 vertical lines pouring down. For more extreme stormy weather, a jagged lightning-shaped ray is used. A dotted ray with falling circles is used for colder realms in which snow is a common occurrence. Windy weather is displayed on sigils by use of bent curved lines, rays buckling under the high winds. Moats. On each sigil floating between the rays are small figures called moats. From the shape and style of the moats used on the sigil, we can tell the type of society a given realm proclaimed, even if they consider themselves mighty in arms or blessed by artistic and economic fortune. So, little drawn asterisks, tribal, primitive realm. coffee bean agricultural, a closed W martial, militaristic, in general spanning blah blah arguments. A notched rectangle is metropolitan, large city-state with a dense urban and populous center. 3 vertical lines, academic. Square with a dot, industrial. Circle with a cross and dots, spiritual. A flower, poetic. Around each sigil is an adorned edge serving as a container for the information within. There are 8 different borders, each one corresponding to a different color. These borders always correspond to the banner and national colors of that specific realm. White, black, red, violet, pink, green, yellow, orange, and white. White's there twice, fine. Putting it all together, by studying the core, raised motes, and border of a sigil, you should now be able to unlock the meaning behind what had previously been an undecipherable enigma. Banners, martial, fog. Okay, so the notes there are with red scratched out. Martial and fog. So if we go back, martial is the closed V shape. Fog, we don't know. It may be one of the pages that's torn out. Whew. But there may be more down there. Maybe the next thing that we're trying to do here is to be able to get this door open, and that may be possible if we get this chess puzzle working. Here's the thing. I've seen this piece. It's in The Office, for example. I don't think I've ever seen that piece. So I don't know what room to try for. Okay. Let's take a quick tour. It would be silly to be here and not look for things in case there's something hiding someplace, like behind the pedestal. Okay. So now that we've done this, can I get to the rumpus room? I don't know. To the rumpus room, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 steps. But we have the running shoes. I don't know. Let's give it a try. What else have we got to do? This whole thing is just one room. There's the Arindan symbol. Amazingly, all of that did not do anything towards our exhaustion. Oh yeah. Arindan imagery everywhere in this thing. Okay. So let's see if we can get there. 12. $11 bedroom. For sure. So now, through the library, and it's a straight shot north. See you in a bit. Okay, we're here. We have 2 keys. Bunk room, planetarium, pool. I can't think of a possible reason why we would not do the pool. And it's a key card room, so we can open it. Observatory would get us stuff. We can't do it anyway. But sauna? Another key, which is probably too hot to touch if it's been in this room all this time. Okay, so now have we sealed up the room? Sealed up the house? We have. We're all out of doors. So even though we just picked up yet another key that we could spend somewhere, there are no available doors where we can do this. So it makes sense to call it a day. Yes. The impressive shopping center. Total rooms 35, rank reached 9, steps taken 90, items found 12, new rooms 4. So we're going to save and quit. I didn't check to see where the rooms go, but I could do that in post. Wow, I did a lot. So we got ourselves 40 extra steps for tomorrow because the orchard will permanently give us 20. The sauna will give us 20 more tomorrow. We still have the blessing of the dancer, which means we will rotate rooms with the gems. We have a new challenge to complete, which is to be able to get the chess puzzle finished. Good stuff. I've been wanting a day like this where we get stuff actually accomplished. So, I'm very satisfied with today. I hope you were too. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you again. Goodbye.